Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
People against Sarah Janice Smith, 25G306224. Your name?
Sarah Smith.
Why weren't you here on January 30th?
I didn't have any notice. I never got anything. This is the only notice that I received.
Do you still live on Young?
Yes,
You're charged with compulsory attendance at school, which is a violation of the parental responsibility law. You have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to provide you with one now if you want one at public expense. Would you like a lawyer?
no, that's okay.
So they think that you had a child going to 30550 West Jefferson
I
at
know.
Gibraltar High School on January 10 of 25 at 1:45 p.m. And that the ordinance of failing to attend school was violated. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to $500 in fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all of those. So it's not the child being charged, it's you. You understand that, right?
As of this second, yes.
Did you sign the advice of rights?
Yes,
Did you read and understand the rights?
I did.
You plead guilty or a trial. Do you understand that?
I do.
Okay. Do you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes,
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you. I'll give you a $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. Make sure your child is attending school. I'm going to let you go talk to the prosecutor right now. What's wrong?
I never received a notice and I've been contacted
Slow down.
I'm
Let
just
me-
upset. This is all new to me,
Hang on.
all new
Hang
news to
on.
me.
Wait. Now that's the third time. Just calm down. I gave you a personal bond. Just listen to me. You're way ahead of yourself right now. Don't start having a temper tantrum up there. I gave you a personal bond. I'm going to let you don't have to post any money. Those are the bond condition. Every criminal defendant in the world gets a bond condition in the United States of America. That's all I did. And the terms that I set were standard. You're going to have an opportunity to go talk to the prosecutor.
Okay.
You can go explain your situation to the prosecutor, see what maybe you can get him to dismiss it. I don't know. What are you so upset about?
Finding all of this out just now. I'm blindsided by all of this. I've never received a
Ma'am,
notice.
listen to me. We process cases here. That's all we do. We don't decide who to charge, what to charge, when to charge, if to charge. We don't have one thing to do with that. I don't know one single thing about this case. I don't know what to tell you. They process this. The 33rd District Court has jurisdiction over criminal matters filed in the city of Gibraltar. That's all we're doing. So you don't have to start throwing a temper tantrum there is all I'm saying. Go talk to the prosecutor and see if you can work it out. And if you can't work it out, you can hire a lawyer, or if you can't afford one, you can fill out a petition for one. Okay, you
Yes.
understand? So,
Thank you.
so you can go talk to him with the court. Court also bring the file over. Meet Mr. Austin. Come on up here. Mark. Charles John Austin, 214-643-179.
Attorney Mike Baldwin, House Counsel P 65417 on behalf of Mr. Mark
Why
Otto.
did we not get him into sobriety court?
I think he was afforded the opportunity and had the discussion with the probation officer.
Your name, sir?
Mark Charles John Austin.
Oh, I'm sorry. He had an opportunity and.
He didn't want to do it?
I don't think it was whether or not he wanted to do it. He doesn't want himself set himself up for failure. First of all, he doesn't have transportation. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He's not employed.
Mr. Austin, let's see your AA verification.
And he is on sober limit.
So on here, It's
You're
set-
22, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
You graduated, right?
I did.
From Roosevelt.
I did. yes.
When did you last work?
Actually, Sunday when it snowed.
When is the last time you had a steady job?
Last December 2023.
What were you doing?
I was a janitor at BASF.
You haven't worked in 15 months? I'm
Yes.
14 months?
Yes.
Why not?
I've just been stuck in a rut, I guess you could say.
I don't know what that means. Stuck in a rut. You're not following my order. I told you January 30 to go 4 times a week. This is
On the 8th, I went to 2 of them.
Hang on. Let
the
me
one was
finish.
at-
Let me finish.
Sorry, pardon me.
We're recording. So.
I told you to go 4 times a week on January 30. This is February 13. That's 14 days. You've only gone 3 times. That makes you 5 short. Why?
Well, on the 8th on there, I went to 2 of them. But at the end of the meeting, I was talking to people and I kind of got distracted and I forgot to ask
But
somebody.
it
to
still
sign.
makes you 4 short. Why
Well,
aren't you?
There's 4 on the weekend. I was gonna go to 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, and then 2 on Sunday, or 2 on Saturday and
Let
1
me
on
start
Sunday.
over. I told you to go to 4 meetings a week on January 30. This is February 13th. There are 31 days in January. That's 14 days. You should have gone 8 times. Why have you only gone? And I'll buy what you're saying for the sake of argument. Even if you forgot to get a signature, you're still 4 short. You had over a 3.0, sir. Three, 3.1, 3.74. I mean, you could be dead. I'm serious. You are approaching comatose state when you're at 3.74.
Yes.
You're not taking me very serious. And I don't understand why you are letting your mother support you. She a trust fund baby or something?
No, sir.
Does she work?
No, sir.
How's she supporting you if she's not working?
She gets help from people.
Why don't you go out and get a job, a 40-hour-a-week job that will pay you some money?
I've been applying to several jobs. Emily, my probation officer, sent me 3 of them. She sent me a job at the post office, but that website was a fake website. She sent me a Dollar General job, but I had already applied there and they never got back to me. And regarding that, on my last court date, Emily
Where
told,
else?
sorry,
Where else have you applied?
the CVS by my house. There's both 7-Elevens by my house, Taco Bell, 2 McDonald's, a Burger King in Lincoln Park. I mean, I started applying at places, outside of the city, 30, 45-minute walks.
I don't think you're gonna make it through this. I don't think you're gonna make it through this probationary period. If you got no car and you've got a lot of responsibilities, which you're going to have, I don't know how you're gonna get through probation. I don't want to make you feel bad, but you got to pick it up here.
Yes, sir.
I mean, seriously. You haven't worked in 14 months. This is one of the highest blood or breathalyzer results I've seen in 30 years. I mean, you're top 5, 7, I don't know what it is. 10 at worst, out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Probably more like thousands of drunk driving cases. And you're 22.
Your Honor, if I may,
I just don't know what to do with them here.
well, it starts at the MIP, and he obviously has a predisposition, a genetic predisposition to alcohol. It's basically consumed him and his life.
Which is
And-
why he needed to get in sobriety court.
And now he's at a point where he's struggling to make sure that he's sober, and now he's trying to go back and rekindle what he has lost in his life. So, a rebirth. He went through some physical DTs for 2 or 3 days, just drying out.
I'm sure.
And you can see as his bond conditions, he had alcohol in his system when he went to get the sober link. Fortunately, he's on the sober link. He's
Oh,
sober
I
now.
needed to address that. I was concerned about that. I want to make sure.
He's on that sober link. He's doing good, Judge. He's
Yeah, but I want you to listen. I'm inclined to take his plea again if he was drunk when he was in court. Had you consumed alcohol before you came to court? Just be honest with me.
I was drinking into the late hours of the night prior. I was very nervous and not the best decision.
Did you?
He understood what was going on when I was speaking to him.
Did you, sir?
I did. I believe I did.
Well, I want to make sure. Did you fully understand what was happening at the time of the plea?
Yes.
You understood every word I said?
Yes.
He filled out the paperwork. Probation.
I just think he needs to go into sobriety court.
Well, I would agree, Judge, but it's his capability of, I fear that he's taken on too much too fast if he's trying to get gainfully employed, trying to grab onto his sobriety. I think sobriety is step one, and then go back and repair the damage historically by trying to get stable employment.
Why don't you want to do sobriety court? You live in Wyandotte, right?
I do.
Transportation?
It just seems really
Does your mother drive?
no, she can't drive.
Who else lives with you?
My sister.
Can she drive?
No, she never got her license.
Inpatient treatment is the box checked on the PSI report, Judge. So I'm hopeful that he'll get some type of professional treatment to ensure that he can maintain his sobriety.
Involved in an accident. I don't have the victim here on this case, do I, Lisa? Sean Slagle?
There's 3 cars that.
I know.
Okay.
I just want to call out their names and make sure. Sean Slagle or,
Sean is the mother, my client's mother.
okay,
Still, she would need to be notified.
Patricia May or Kaya May.
No, not on
None
Zoom.
of them are. I just don't know how you're gonna do this. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. You need.
Judge, perhaps we can adjourn this today. He can have a moment to reflect.
I want him to go get a job.
I can appreciate that. I want to make sure that he.
I'm gonna hand him back. Listen, take this. I'm gonna hand you back your AA. You better start. You better start going. I'm gonna adjourn this a couple weeks. I want you to figure out, I want you to get a job and figure out how you can get to all these places. Because I'm not gonna, you're not gonna be allowed to use it as an excuse that you didn't have a ride or don't have a car or didn't have transportation or don't have transportation.
I understand. I might have to walk home if I can't find a way to get home today. But
I don't want you to have to walk, but you got it. When did you start thinking about it? Did this not dawn on you? If you don't work, you don't have money, you don't have a car, you can't pay for gas, you can't pay for insurance. I mean, didn't you think about this
It's been all I've been thinking about.
Well, maybe just now, but you haven't worked in 14 months and you're 22 years old and there's nothing physically wrong with you. Start to look ahead, will you?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to be broke the rest of your life. Let's give them adjournment to February 27th at 8:30. I mean,
Can I trust this?
okay.
No.
How'd you get here today?
My friend, he took me here, but he was pretty blunt with me. He's like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not driving in this weather. So he's like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna come pick you up.
Go down the hall, get your new notes. Start going to AA. Make sure you stay sober on the sober link.
Yes,
Get
sir.
a job before you come back. Do those things.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Let's start picking it up here. You graduated. There's nothing wrong. You're an intelligent guy. I can tell by talking to you.
I understand, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.